This is Future Talk.
Future Talk.
Future Talk with Omnia Al Saleh and Hani Balkis.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It is our favorite day of the week because it is one more day until the weekend. I hope you're all having a blessed afternoon and just as excited as we are to share with you the latest in what is happening in the tech world, in the UAE, and around the world. Big news is happening right here in Sharjah because Sharjah Police are currently offering a 20,000 dirham prize for ideas to tackle the coronavirus. We do know that the UAE loves to encourage innovators to come up with different ideas, and now all tech ideas to fight COVID-19 are up for grabs.
Yeah, but guys, don't participate because I'm already going to win the 20,000 dirhams.
Oh, really?
Yes, I already have an idea that I will be talking to Sharjah Police or kind of sending them a message on how to tackle the coronavirus, but I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't want you guys to steal my ideas. But we're also going to be talking about something out of this world, and we're talking about the first space hotel and how it's set to welcome guests by 2027. So we got a good 6 years left.
Yes, indeed. And I'm very excited to talk about this hotel and all that it has to offer for people who will visit it. But coming up on the show, we're talking about Hani's favorite type of iPhones. Just yesterday, Hani was saying if a folding iPhone comes out, he will happily buy it. But sad news is it could be coming in 2023, not anytime soon. So if you are interested in getting it and you want to know what it looks like, we're going to be telling you all about it.
Yeah, I mean, more time for me to save money so I can buy the 2023 iPhone 13, not even 13, the iPhone foldable phone.
Yes.
I do believe it's going to have a hefty price tag per se. Now, we're also going to be talking about how to try a new Instagram feature, and we're going to be telling you all the steps in our How Do You Text segment.
Yes, indeed. And in the world of apps, with WhatsApp, lots is happening as well because they're introducing a new feature that would allow you to personalize your chat's background. So if you're texting your friend and if you're texting your, boss or work colleague, you will not be mixing up with those chats. Lots and lots is in store on today's show, so make sure you keep Pulse 95 locked, and we'll be right back.
Daily digital news. Bits and bytes connect our world.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a challenge for you. Well, not us, but Sharjah Police and how they're going to be offering a 20,000 dirham prize for ideas to tackle COVID-19 coronavirus. Now, entries will be accepted until March 20th, but now Sharjah Police are offering tens of thousands of dirhams in prize money for ideas to tackle the coronavirus pandemic. And the Innovation Award is open for Arabic and English language, and just like I said, you can enter until March 20th. But the ideas must help improve prevention, recovery, vaccination, and coronavirus screening. The award also does come at a time when more is needed to fight the disease.
Yes, indeed. Now, this award does aim to encourage youngsters as well, any innovator out there, to generate new ideas and find solution to help out with the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. Now, this is an opportunity for everyone out there to, especially members of the public, to become a part of the fight against this pandemic. Anyone in any age can go ahead and participate in this competition, and the award will actually be divided into two different categories. One is for the ideas and the other is for the projects. So even if you don't have the means, whether it was financial means or even engineering means to come up with the full prototype, if you have an idea, if you have a design in mind, you can still be a part of this award. So in the ideas categories, the winners will be getting awards of 8,000 dirhams, of 5,000 dirhams, and 2,000 dirhams for the first, second, and third place. But in the projects categories, the winners will be awarded 20,000 dirhams, while those who get the second and third places will be getting prizes of 15,000 dirhams and 10,000 dirhams.
Yes, but the projects do need to relate to the country and must have the potential to actually limit the spread of the coronavirus, and applicants must provide a prototype of their projects and a study that details cost and risks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this is a great initiative by the Sharjah Police because, again, why not include the public in the fight against COVID-19? Again, we always say that we are all responsible. And obviously, if they gave you two categories on whether or not if you don't have the means or you don't know how to actually facilitate an actual project, but you have the idea and you need someone to make it come to fruition, well, you're still going to be awarded for your idea, even if it's on paper. But obviously, someone who has the idea, who has the means to actually fruitate this project or I
Bring
believe
it to life.
project. Yeah, the project, bring it to life. Obviously, we'll get a different piece of the cake. So I believe it is amazing, and I think I have a couple of ideas that's going to get me the whole 20,000 dirham.
Yes, and we're excited to see what your ideas are. The ideas should basically try to address the challenges and the difficulties that face the person himself, the society as a whole, or even institutions to try and fight COVID-19. But the best part about it is, just like you mentioned, Hani, people can participate in the competition in both languages, Arabic or English. So anyone living right here in the UAE can go ahead and be a part of it. The participant will be entitled to apply to participate either as an individual or even participate as a group, as long as the group that you're in does not have more than 4 team members. So all options are open. All you need is an idea and to actually be willing to work for it.
Yes, and the participant should be the owner of the original idea or has to participate in it. You need to be innovative and have new ideas or development of the idea of a well-known and positive impact significantly. If you think that you're going to apply to this, don't, because obviously I told you guys I will win. But all jokes aside, do apply and try to get that money. Try to help Sharjah and the UAE fight COVID-19. And if you do have any ideas, let us know at 4215 or on our Instagram at Pulse95 Radio. What do you think would be a viable thing to fight COVID-19? We're going to be taking a short break, but when we come back, we're talking about something out of this world. Talking about a first space hotel and how it's set to welcome guests by 2027.
Daily digital news. Bits and bytes connect our world.
In the year 2027, whenever we want to take a holiday, take a time off, go somewhere, any country around the world, we may just be thinking a little bit more outside the box and outside this world, because the first space hotel is going to start welcoming guests by the year 2027. So space tourism will become an actual reality, and people can go ahead and check into that hotel without any prior astronaut training. And this is a very big movement, especially because nowadays we know that space tourism has been increasingly the topic of discussion by people like Elon Musk. However, astronaut training can be very time consuming, and it may just not be for everyone. So being able to go without training will be great to hear.
Yes, now a Californian company is planning to build the world's first space hotel and wants to welcome its guests by 2027. Now, Orbital Assembly Corporation does bill itself as the world's first large-scale space construction company, and it does have plans to open the Voyager station, part of which will be a luxury hotel in orbit, which is capable of accommodating up to 400 guests. And we're not talking about 10, we're not talking about 20, we're not talking about 30, we're not talking about 100. 400 people can go into space and kind of reside in this hotel. Now, space tourists will be able to check in at the hotel without any prior astronaut training, thanks to the structure's rotating design, which does provide near linear gravity. This also does mean that toilets and showers will actually be able to operate normally, and that guests will be able to walk, run, and even jump inside the structure. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is amazing because this kind of gives me a reminder of cruise ships. Now, back in the day, people were going crazy over cruise ships. For example, the Titanic. I mean, you had all of this infrastructure on a boat or on a huge yacht, and it's in the sea and it's going places. But now we're talking about a space station hotel.
Yes, and the best part about it is that gravity will not be impacting anyone. So people can basically go to space and feel like they're just on Earth. However, they do get the perks of being outside Earth. Now, spacewalks will also be a part of this new hotel, because visitors who don't necessarily wear spacesuits can actually head out into the atmosphere and be billed as one of the hotel's key tourists in this draw. Now, the circular Voyager station will be 200 meters in diameter, and it will have about 24 habitation modules. So we're looking at 24 different places that people can stay at one time, and they are rotating modules. So they're going to have restaurants, they will have a gym, they'll have a cinema, a rock climbing station, and they can even be used for concerts or sporting events. So this just opens up the door for many people to participate in different activities over there. Hotel rooms and suites will be located in at least 12 of those rotating modules, and the company actually has plans to even open up 126 luxury suites. So can you imagine being able to book a luxury room in outer space. I mean, who would have thought this would be a reality in 2027?
Yes, I mean, it is something literally out of this world. And the unique rotational design of the hotel also does mean that artificial gravity on site will be almost as strong as that on the moon. Now, that's something will actually allow first-time space tourists to book a stay where they will be comfortable. The hotel also does have a 44 Earth return vehicles to take travelers to and from the Voyager station. Each of these can accommodate up to 10 passengers and will actually glide back from space with automated flight controls for a landing that would in theory be able to happen at any airport runway that does handle commercial traffic. The space station will also be used by researchers, private companies, and government agencies as a place to train crew that is headed to Mars or the moon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that this is something crazy. And
Yes.
I think the number one thing that kind of goes into my brain is that obviously it's a hotel, so they will be providing food, they will be providing drink. So when they're low on stock, how do they restock? How long does it take to go there and come back?
I mean, I think what they're doing is basically a full station over there. They have concerts, they have restaurants, they have kitchens, and the options are actually endless.
Yeah, I'm talking about restocking the food. Yeah, for
I
example.
think they'll basically have, the food that we witnessed the Emirati astronauts have.
Yeah.
So the dry packets, they'll have a bunch over there. But restocking, I think, will be just like you would restock a kitchen here. It just takes a bit longer to go.
Yeah, that's what
Back
comes
and
into my
forth.
mind. I mean, you're all the way up in space. Oh, we're out of oil. What do we do now?
But I don't think, because of unless the microgravity option and the whole rotational design would allow for normal food, I think you'll be having astronaut food up there.
I hope not. I want normal food. I'm paying a lot of money. I want to go because the company actually does say that only people with a net worth of about $50 million are able to take the trip.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's very expensive up there.
Yeah, so travelers are guaranteed a hotel with plenty of atmosphere. But if I had a net worth of $50 million, I'd go and I'd watch a space concert.
Well, if you do fancy a trip over there, make sure that you know it's not going to be coming in for cheap. However, I'm sure as more tech giants start to implement this idea, the price tag may just get a little bit lower. Let us know your thoughts. Are you excited for having the option of taking a trip to outer space, but also staying comfortable and not requiring any tedious astronaut training up there? Let us know your thoughts coming up on the show. We're talking all about folding iPhones becoming a reality in 2023. We did ask all of you on our Instagram at Pulse95 Radio to let us know your thoughts on whether or not you would actually purchase the new iPhone foldable phone that will be coming soon. So make sure you go ahead and tell us your thoughts over there. But keep Pulse95 locked because we'll be right back.
Check this out. Check this out. Pulse 95.
Coming soon to your hand real soon is a folding iPhone, but it could be coming in 2023. It's actually rumored to have an iPad mini-like screen size, which I'm in for now. Rumors about a folding iPhone are nothing new, but some analysts do say that it is weighing in with information of their own, and they do say that Apple could be looking at a 2023 launch, and that phone could have a screen between 7.5 and 8 inches, and that screen would actually be smaller, closer to the size of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, there has been a lot of numerous reports about Apple prototyping a foldable phone, but according to a couple of rumored sites, they do say that the project is not yet officially kicked off. But meanwhile, competitors like Samsung, Motorola, and Rolei have actually released multiple foldable phones, even though they're really expensive and there was a lot of actually callbacks on those phones. But rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, if the foldable phone comes out in 2022, 2023, and 29,000, right? I will get my hands on a foldable iPhone.
I wouldn't be surprised. And for those of you who are wondering how big will be the screen size, just like you mentioned, Danny, it will basically be the size of an iPad mini when you fold it out. So it does seem that they're going for that Galaxy Fold approach of having a regular sized phone that would fold out into a smaller tablet rather than the whole Z Flip or Razr approach of having a compact folding phone, which does seem very disappointing to some people, but it is still unclear who would be making those folding displays. There has been a lot of rumors about Apple working with both LG and Samsung, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did, since they are the pioneers of such a technology. Even though there are rumors of a prototype, analysts do say that nothing is clear yet since no word has come out of Apple. And we do know that Apple does love its secrecy. So working on a foldable phone is not something that will be it's not going to be launched anytime soon. It will take some time to make sure that Apple perfects this technology before it is released.
Yes, because as we've seen, actually, foldable phones are hard to get it right. And Samsung was kind of the victim of getting it right until they called it back a couple of times. But if Apple can do it, though, it could be in the position to do what it does best. Adopt the technology after other companies have figured out the bugs and pitfalls, and then release a product that seems polished in comparison. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to know your guys' thoughts. 4215 or on our Instagram at Pulse95 Radio. Would you get your hands on a foldable phone that when you open it, it's like an iPad mini? I would 100% get that just so I could watch YouTube, watch Netflix, and read books everywhere.
That means insomnia rates are only going to be getting a little bit higher. Coming up on the show, we still have lots in store for all of you. We're talking all about Instagram introducing a brand new feature that I'm sure a lot of you will want to try out.
How do you tech? How do you tech?
People have been obsessed with Clubhouse, and I have a Clubhouser right here with me in the Pulse 95 studios. Hani Balqis himself has been enjoying the use of Clubhouse, as well as our very own Big Haas, the host of Yalla Home. But Instagram is getting a little bit jealous from Clubhouse because they recently decided to introduce a brand new feature that allows up to 4 people to join a live broadcast together in what they call a live room. If you want to find out how, you can go ahead and join one of those rooms, and make sure you stay tuned.
Yes, now Clubhouse, I believe, in the past week spent 9 hours on the app. I checked on my screen activity. I spent 9 hours.
You spent 9 hours?
Yeah, I spent 9 hours on the app. And,
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, it's an amazing platform because you now have a space to talk about things you're passionate about. Like, for example, I'll go into a room.
Hani feels like I'm not attacking.
Yeah, like I'll go. No, because a lot of people are
you look like you're being
question
attacked.
themselves, question the app. They're like, hey, why is everyone on the app?
I'm
Why do
questioning
people?
the app.
Yeah, and I'm here to tell you and anyone else who kind of questions why everyone is on the app. Well, let's say you're passionate about the law of attraction, for example. I'm big on the law of attraction. I'll go into a law of attraction room and we'll talk about the law of attraction, and it'll be like 40, 50 people. And we'll talk about it. And then, for example, I'll raise my hand. They'll let me in. I'll speak about experience, my tips and tricks. And I'm learning and they're learning. And that was one. Now, late at night, I'll get into a conspiracy theory room. And I'll talk about my views and I'll learn about them. And then I'll go into a fitness room. And then and sometimes we talk about controversial topics, about what's happening in the world. And at one time, I was speaking in a room of 400 people. It's amazing. And then it's so nice because people give you feedback. Hey, I love your point. I love this and I love that. So it's really nice. And it's a very safe space to talk about. And there's a lot of debating going on. And I've been in about like 9 debates.
Wow.
And it increases your communication skills. And a lot of people who are kind of shy to get on to speak or public speaking have improved their public speaking abilities because of this app.
Honey, Instagram is getting jealous. I'm getting jealous for Instagram. Because
Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, and this is exactly why they have dropped a brand new feature that allows people, especially 4 people altogether, to live stream. The live room is the brand new feature, and the social media platform is hoping that it would open up more creative opportunities and let you double up on your live broadcast capabilities. So, as a user of Instagram, you can start a talk show. You can host a jam session. You can even co-create with other artists and host tutorials with your following, which we've definitely seen a lot of people do, especially, what they call fashionistas or fashion influencers. And you can just simply use it to hang out with some of your friends. If you want to try it out, we're going to give you 5 easy steps or 3 easy steps to be able to go ahead and do that. So to start a live room, all you have to do is swipe left and pick the live camera option. You'll go ahead and add a title and tap the room's icon to add your guests. So you'll actually see people who have requested to go live with you, and you can even search up a specific guest that you want to go ahead and add. When you start a live room, you'll remain at the top of the screen since you are the host of that live room, and you can go ahead and add some guests. Now, as a broadcaster, you can add up to 3 guests, as one by one or all at once. So they can all join at the same time or, have them in intervals. Going live with multiple guests is definitely a great way for people to increase their following, to increase their reach. And the guest's followers can also be notified that this specific guest is going live with you on Instagram.
Yeah, well, I didn't open it yet. Well,
okay.
I did it, and I can see I have a live room, and I can add a title, and your followers and anyone watching will see this title, and you can literally go in and talk about it. Now, I do believe if Instagram capitalizes on this, and there is an option not to have video. See, a lot of people want to talk, but they don't want their face showing. They're in bed, man. Like, I was talking and I was laying down in bed, had the lights off, had my microphone on, and speaking. Now, if Instagram uses this option that you can turn off your camera and speak, trust me, it can blow Clubhouse out of the park. Because we do know that Instagram took from Snapchat stories. A lot of social media influencers left Snapchat, went on Instagram, and started posting stories there.
But we can't forget that Instagram is, at the end of the day, a video platform. They're a picture platform. You share pictures and videos on Instagram, so it won't necessarily...
It'll feel like a Zoom meeting.
It would feel like a Zoom meeting, but with a larger amount of people.
Larger amount of people, 100%.
Not that large. I mean, Zoom is bigger at the end of the day, but with a greater reach. That's the difference between
a greater reach, 100%. But I just believe that if Instagram utilizes this and does that option, obviously you can have an option to have video, but if you don't want to have video... It can blow Instagram, the Clubhouse out of the park.
I wouldn't be surprised. And the other good feature about Instagram live rooms is the fact that you can even block people. So if someone is trolling on the platform or they're sending out hate comments, you can go ahead and block them through the live rooms. So if anyone is blocked, they will not be able to join that live room and their access will be revoked. So they can't join any other conversation that you go ahead and start. But there are other features that they're also going to be launching pretty soon, which will allow these hosts to have greater control of the rooms that they start. So you can report comments, you can block comments, you can even apply comment filters through the live rooms, so the platform can stay a very positive one.
Yes, now obviously a lot of social media platforms are looking at Clubhouse as a threat because Clubhouse is going crazy.
It's turning into Zoom. In terms of growth.
Yes, it's there's a lot of growth in the past couple of weeks, and as it's still invite only, you still need an invite. If this was released to the public and anyone can download it, you could see how it might break records.
The reason why it's still invite is because they're still developing the app.
They're still developing an app, but they already, I believe, I saw one user have 2.4 million followers on the app. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to listen, if you want to talk, there's a topic you want to talk about, you go on the app, you jump on it, and we see Twitter kind of creating their own spaces as well. But Twitter spaces, I feel, again, they are not giving that wide variety to like what Clubhouse does. Clubhouse, anyone can join in, and all you have to do is raise your hand and moderator will let you in. So far, Twitter spaces are only for verified users, and only verified users can talk. Clubhouse is the place to be right now, and I'm excited to see what Instagram has in store to combat Clubhouse, but that's just my thought on it.
Let us know if you're going to be trying out Instagram's Live Rooms new feature, and share your thoughts with us at 4215 Dur Itisalat or sign into our DMs at Pulse 95 Radio. Coming up, we're talking about Instagram's sister company, WhatsApp. They're launching a brand new feature that will help prevent you from mixing up on chats. I think one of the worst things that could ever happen is sending the wrong text to the wrong person or to the wrong chat. If you share the same thoughts with me, make sure you stay tuned because we're going to be talking all about it in just a few moments.
Pulse 95.
Apps all around.
What's worth a click and download?
Pulse 95.
You're on WhatsApp. You're texting a lot of people. You're the man or the woman of the day, and everyone wants to know what's going on in your life. And supposedly you send the wrong message to the wrong person. And it's a message that, you can be quite embarrassed about. And you didn't send it to anyone. You sent it to your boss or coworker.
Especially if you're gossiping about someone and then...
be like, hey, Hani doesn't look good today. And then you send it accidentally to Hani. And Hani's like, what? What?
They're talking about me?
Yeah, but now you won't have that problem anymore because there's going to be a new WhatsApp feature to prevent chatting mix-ups. Now, WhatsApp has announced users can now create custom wallpapers for each of their chats to actually avoid mix-ups while sending messages. The popular messaging platform said that the new feature will help users more easily distinguish between their different chats, preventing them from accidentally sending messages to the wrong person.
Yes, indeed. Now, we've seen WhatsApp allow people to create custom wallpapers for all chats. So you have one wallpaper that is implemented in all of your chats. But now you have the option of personalizing that a little bit more, which can definitely come in handy so that you can avoid an embarrassing situation of sending someone the wrong messages that they shouldn't have seen. Now, they actually first planned this feature back in December of 2020, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, major updates have been delayed. But now they're actually allowing people to even create additional doodle wallpapers. So you can either choose to have a photo of someone on the wallpaper, which I believe would be the best option. This way you won't have to mix up.
What?
Yeah. Let's say...
imagine you just have my face as the wallpaper, Omnia. Like,
No.
every time you talk to me, it's my face. Like, imagine that.
You prevent mix-ups. Like if
What
I'm
do you
texting,
mean?
if I'm texting my best friend, I'll have a picture of my best friend
Just
and I.
imagine me
In the back.
looking at you the whole time while you're texting me. That's what profile pictures are for.
Okay, I can have a picture of Future Talk in the background.
Future Talk, yes.
Good.
Pulse 95 Radio.
Okay.
Right?
If it's a chat with your mom, you have a picture of you and your mom in the background. Why not?
I mean, it looks weird. I'm looking at I wouldn't do it. Now, some people actually, they even have their own wallpapers on their phones themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. So imagine just looking at me the whole
It's all
time.
about self-love.
Text
honey.
me, Omnia.
This is what I'm going to be seeing.
Exactly, that's-
If you're not tuned into our YouTube channel, Pulse 95 Radio, you're missing out.
I'm just looking at you the whole time.
Staring.
And imagine like we're having a heated conversation.
And you're just staring.
Looking at you, right? I mean, obviously, there's a different way to differentiate. Maybe I have like work black color, friends blue color,
Yeah.
family red color.
And what's nice about it is that recently they're saying that you can even separate the wallpapers for the light and dark mode settings. So you can have a wallpaper when it's, light mode, and then another wallpaper when it's dark mode.
Now, thankfully, I've never mixed up any chats in my life. Never.
Okay, good.
Not on WhatsApp, Instagram.
There's always a delete message feature,
Yeah, I mean, I use that, but I don't have that problem. But I mean, it's really nice to see WhatsApp kind of putting things into consideration. Now, I do
Yeah.
believe that people kind of maybe complain about it, be like, hey man, I hate WhatsApp because every time I think I see the chat and I send a message, things like that. But I mean, I like it. Now, actually, they did kind of plan this back in 2020, December of 2020 to be exact, along with 3 other major updates to the app. The other major updates planned were additional doodle wallpapers, just like Omnia said, but the Facebook-owned messaging app had faced backlash in January this year after an in-app notification did ask users to accept their updated terms of service and privacy policy or risk losing their account, which did spur major concerns among users about data privacy, causing many to leave the platform. So maybe with this, a lot of people might come back to the platform.
They're trying to make it up, so that's a nice move from them, especially because people started, as you've mentioned, Danny, flocking to Signal,
Telegram.
going for Telegram, and, they want to make sure that their messages are being encrypted, but WhatsApp did clarify that everything is safe. They're just sharing your information and the chats that you have with businesses' accounts only. So let us know your thoughts. What do you think about this brand new feature coming right out of WhatsApp? And do you have a different wallpaper for your chats apart from the standard WhatsApp one?
Nothing.
I don't have one either. Neither?
Nada. I think it's Spanish for nothing.
Oh my
None.
God. Well,
¿Cómo estás? De nada. I think, that's the wrong one. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know Spanish. I know English and Arabic, but let us know your guys' thoughts. 4215, those slots, or on Instagram at Pulse95 Radio if you're excited about this new feature. But ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the day for Future Talk, but the halftime show, the only place to be at 3, with the man himself, Omar Adouri, is going to be kicking off in T-minus 4 minutes. So we need to jump in our spaceship and go all the way to space because we have our own space station, by the way. It's the Pulse 95 Future Talk space station. But keep Pulse 95 locked because we got a lot in store for you.
If you liked this episode of Future Talk, drop a like and subscribe.
Pulse 95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.